Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to celebrities reacting to their South Park parodies of them. Now, this is going to be pretty funny because South Park is a show that, it's one of the rare shows that they don't pander to celebrities. They don't, make celebrities look like, amazing versions of themselves. They don't really kiss their asses. They don't do any of that stuff. They're kind of like caricatures. So their most sort of like extreme qualities, South Park will like highlight them and magnify them. Like I've seen the Kanye fish parody, and it's just hilarious. It doesn't make Kanye look good at all. To be honest, at this moment in time, anyway, let's not even get into that stuff. But yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Let's do it.
Oh, I am such a huge fan, Miss Streisand. I never thought I'd live to see you in person.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 celebrity reactions to South Park parodies.
Oh, I would never say anything. I saw some show where they made fun of Sally Struthers' weight, and I thought it was totally cruel. I mean, she helps people,
For this list, we'll be looking at famous
Who's Sally Struthers?
Celebrities depicted on South Park and what their real-life counterparts thought of their portrayal.
I think I know who that is.
Do you have a favorite celebrity appearance on South Park? Let us know in the comments. Number 20. Nicole Snooki Laval.
I remember her from Jersey Shore. I remember her.
When Jersey Shore first hit the airwaves, fans couldn't get enough of the antics, the catfights, and promiscuous behavior of the show's star, Nicole Snooki Polizzi.
They're so rude sometimes, the way they say things. I'm not used to people being so rude like that. It's kind of offensive.
It didn't take long before South Park dedicated an entire episode to poking fun at the ever-expanding world that was the Jersey Shore. One notable gag was their portrayal of Snooki as some type of carnal animal that attacked anyone who came near her.
What is it? It's called a Snooki. It's very famous.
Oh man, her seeing that for the first time, she ain't gonna like that.
The day after the episode aired, the real Snooki took to Twitter and quoted her South Park counterpart in saying, "Snooki wants smush mush. We've officially made it." Clearly laughing at herself, it's a far better reaction than some of the others on this list.
To be fair, if South Park are making a parody of you, you've made it. It's a good thing.
Why are you people doing this? But I told you, it's just a Jersey thing.
Number 19. Robert
it's a Jersey
Smith.
thing.
So this one is less parody as it is just a rare appearance. But come on, it's Robert Smith of The Cure. Going all the way back to the first season of the show, Smith appeared as himself to help the boys fight Barbra Streisand. We'll get to her later.
Am I too late?
Who are you?
Dude, it's Robert Smith of The Cure.
Here, you boys hold this walkie. You can help me fight her.
Transforming into a Mothra-like creature, he defeats her and even has Jesus call him their savior.
Wow, Robert Smith is the greatest person that ever lived.
Our savior!
When asked about his appearance and portrayal years later, Smith was surprised by what he saw, but loved how Kyle gave huge props to The Cure's Disintegration album.
Disintegration is the best album ever!
Number 18.
I wonder if the guy from The Cure made him say that. But no, you could see that he had fun with it. I think now, because back then, was South Park as big as it was now? Probably not. So the fact that he went on South Park at the height of his career is pretty awesome.
Brian Boitano. In the second Spirit of Christmas short, the boys can't decide whether to help Jesus or Santa. So when Stan asks, audiences are wondering why they'd ask for help from a figure skater.
Now we've got to think here. Now let's see. What would Brian Boitano do? Yeah, what would Brian Boitano do?
Did someone say my name?
The same rang true in the South Park movie, but with a fantastic musical number that followed.
What would Brian Boitano do if he was here right now? He'd make a plan and he'd follow through. That's what Brian Boitano do.
Boitano himself saw the movie and...
So I'm guessing Boitano was some kind of professional figure skater or something.
Worried about his portrayal, but came out loving...
Yeah, Olympic gold medalist, yeah.
What they had done. He's since worked with the creators to design t-shirts with the slogan and sell them for charity. On top of
Nice.
that, it introduced him to the likes of younger fans who now only know him through the show.
Hi guys, Brian Boitano here. I just wanted to wish you a huge congratulations. I think your story is so incredible.
Number 17.
Man, it's crazy. South Park has been around for ages. So there was a South Park movie in '99, which would mean the show's been running for a good few years before that. So it's almost 30 years old, South Park. Is it over 30?
Paris Hilton. Near the end of Season 8, South Park took aim at Paris Hilton and her status as a role model for the young girls in town.
What did she just cough up?
Pleased to be here in Goutdark to announce the opening of my brand new store. A store where girls can buy everything they need to be just like me.
It's hard to tell which part is more brutal, the video playset at the mall or her competition with Mr. Slave that ends the episode. Either way, there's no mistaking how savage the show's takedown is.
Oh no, she didn't.
When asked what she thought, she responded by saying she had never seen the episode, but thought anytime someone makes fun of you, it should be taken as a compliment. Given how she's tweeted about watching the show,
In bed watching new episodes of South Park. So hilarious. Now time for bed. Sweet dreams, everyone. Interesting. I don't know. There's something about the way this was phrased that's a bit weird.
at home, we're guessing she's still a fan.
It's adorable.
Number 16. Terry Irwin. How long after someone passes away are you allowed to tell jokes about them?
Boy, there's a king croc right there. He must be 4 meters,
Terry Irwin? Do they mean Steve Irwin?
12, 13 feet long at least. This croc has enough power in its jaws to rip my head right off.
In the case of South Park, it's 7 weeks.
You know, the whole crocodile hunter thing, it's just a little soon, you know? I mean, he just died a few weeks ago, and it's just not super cool. You gotta leave.
But it's me, Satan. Steve Irwin. I am the crocodile hunter.
Famed crocodile hunter Steve Irwin had been fatally injured.
Oh, I'm guessing Terry Irwin is the character that South Park made in a parody to Steve. Okay.
In September of 2006. In late October of the same year, South Park aired an episode that featured him with a stingray sticking out of his chest. Terry Irwin, Steve's wife, was incredibly offended by the portrayal, citing concerns about how her children would feel if they saw it. She found support in her friend Mark Amy, who suggested Irwin fans sick their dangerous pets on the creators of the show in protest.
Hey, Satan, you got a little problem.
What?
Somebody showed up in a crocodile hunter costume. It's really offending some of the other guests.
Oh, jeez.
Number 15.
Do you know what? From what I've heard of Steve Irwin and the footage I've seen of him, I actually think he'd have been a fan of it. I think he would have laughed at it. Like, he just had that typical Aussie, banterous sense of humor. I think he would have loved it.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh my God!
One thing the creators of South Park have always stood by is their idea that anything and everything is fair game when it comes to comedy.
No writer would take the time to make fun of
Savage.
Sarah Jessica Parker just because they think she's ugly.
Yes, they would!
So when female writers called them out for being mean about tearing into Sarah Jessica Parker over her looks, the two once again didn't hold back.
The book is full of disgusting words and acts, including Sarah Jessica Parker, who is mentioned 465 times.
Despite what anyone else thought, Parker herself never addressed the episode directly. Instead, in an interview with Stylist magazine, she commented on how people seem to think being mean is funny. She went on to add that personal versus professional criticism was uncivilized and vulgar.
Well, obviously, I just think it's wrong to make fun of anybody's physical appearance. My wife is a beautiful woman, and I know that most people agree with me.
Number 14.
Man, I don't know. Like, on one hand, obviously, like, I've got quite a dark sense of humor and stuff. I do find a lot of things funny that maybe I shouldn't find funny. But on the other hand, it is kind of mean to, literally just rip into someone's looks, like, for the whole of an episode. I don't know.
Mama June Shannon. Shows like Toddlers and Tiaras and Here Comes Honey Boo Boo have received all kinds of criticisms
Honey
regarding
Boo
the
Boo,
depictions
I've heard of
of
this.
their stars.
Her favorite foods are sketty and butter, and she likes drinking Red Bull and Mountain Dew.
The latter has been the subject of countless commentary about the family's diet and
What the
lifestyle
hell?
choices over the course of its
So I'm guessing Honey Boo Boo is an actual, like, reality show based upon a kid and their mum.
4 seasons.
Come on now, Boo Boo. Now get up and wave to them judges.
Given the type of language often used to describe the popular TLC program, there's a lot of irony in June Shannon's reaction to being
Why isn't she wearing any shoes?
Satirized on South Park. During a TMZ appearance, she was asked what she thought of the parodies of her show. Taking some in stride, she wasn't a fan of how South Park took her on, saying,
"But just the way they portrayed the show, it was kind of trashy."
Number 13, Bob Saget.
She's not a fan.
As the original host of America's Funniest Home Videos, Bob Saget's quips were subtle and often bordered on some of the worst dad jokes out there. Yet, week after week, people would tune in to see what videos were coming next.
Now, these next clips are all about coincidence. Now, suppose at the moment that I opened my mouth, from somewhere in the background you heard like a rooster crow. That would be coincidence, unless I worked on a poultry farm.
Back in season 1 of South Park, Bob's gig as a host was parodied as Stan's grandfather watched America's Stupidest Home Videos. Grandpa Marsh loved the jokes, but the boys found them incredibly lame.
Knock, knock. Bob Saget.
This guy sucks.
During a Reddit AMA, Bob Saget was asked about his portrayal on South Park. He responded by saying he loved how Grandpa laughed at his jokes. Comparing it to relationships, he said the parody felt good and hurt all at the same time.
I come out and I look like, Beavis and Butthead meets Frankenstein.
Number 12.
So America's Funniest Home Videos, is it similar to the British version where if your video makes it onto the show, you get sent like a check for, I think, £200, like 250 quid, something like that? Is it the same sort of thing? I would hope so.
Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart and her various shows have been depicted several times over the years on South Park.
This is a nice raisin pudding right here. But we can also still eat our favorite foods. What we're going to do today is prepare a Thanksgiving turkey.
Her first appearance saw us learn about an unusual way to consume...
Why did they get a guy to voice her?
Thanksgiving Day turkey. Whereas a season 13 appearance gave us one of the most creative ways to make use of paper and glitter crafts. Either way, much like Bob Saget, she also addressed her appearances on South Park during a Reddit AMA.
Mrs. Stewart, we have some questions. Not right now, I just want to focus on my turkey.
Her answer was quick and simple. I thought it was really cute. We're not sure if she saw both of these episodes, but we're guessing she thought they were a good thing.
So now we're ready to go. Looks delicious. Let's try it out.
Number 11.
There's probably a bunch of these celebrities who either didn't watch the episode at all or maybe just watched a couple of clips of it. They're probably really busy or they just probably don't have it high on their priority list. I would probably watch it though. If there was a whole episode about me, oh my god, why wouldn't you watch it?
11. Sally Struthers. Sally Struthers may have got her start on All in the Family, but she went on to become a spokesperson for Child Fund, a charity focused on helping children in third world countries.
That's awesome.
Her commercials would often air on television, showing her amongst the kids.
Hunger is an enemy that we all must fight. These children desperately need...
Why did they make her that big? Oh, come on.
your support.
South Park did their own story about children in Africa and featured an oversized Struthers who had been hoarding all of the donated food.
You guys! Sally Struthers is holding food from us!
Uh-oh.
According to the Season 1 DVD commentary, Struthers was a big fan of the show until...
Why have they made her look like Jabba the Hutt?
This episode aired. It continues by saying she was so bothered by what she saw in the episode that she was emotionally distressed for days.
Oh my god.
People thought it was really mean to Sally Struthers, and apparently Sally Struthers was a fan of South Park up until she saw this episode.
Wow.
And it really bummed her out, and what we heard is that she cried for like days.
Number 10, Nick.
Man, I feel bad. I feel bad, genuinely. Because she's doing really, like she's going over there, raising awareness, getting donations. Like, obviously, you want people to take things in their stride, but, the fact that it bothered her isn't really nice.
Jonas. To kick off Season 13 of South Park, Kenny and his new girlfriend go off to see the Jonas Brothers in concert.
Oh my god! It's that tingling again!
The The episode takes shots at the brothers by mentioning how they wear purity rings and are essentially servants to a maniacal Mickey Mouse.
Well, maybe we'll just refuse to go on stage. Woof.
During a 2016 Ask Me Anything, Nick Jonas admitted he wasn't a big fan of the episode when it originally came out. He said that he had so much going on when he was parodied that it was hard to find the humor in it. However, the episode has since grown on him.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
He finds it funny and has watched it several times since. It's nice to see Nick Jonas being able to laugh at his younger self.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 9,
absolutely.
Caesar Milan.
I remember this episode. The Dog Whisperer.
10's episode, Cartman's mom hires Caesar Milan as a trainer to try and get Cartman in line.
Mom, this is degrading! Ah, God damn it!
By treating him much like a dog, it doesn't take long for the celeb to make Cartman listen and behave.
Oh, Eric, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you?
I love you, sweetie.
Okay, Mom, you're embarrassing me. Jeez.
This entry is unique in that it's the only one on this list where the person being featured made their own YouTube reaction video for their episode.
The clothes that I'm wearing is exactly what I used to wear.
For the better part of almost 20 minutes, Caesar breaks down the different things the show did and said. He's more than complimentary to the creators and shows a genuine love of what they do. Now that is how you react to being on South Park.
Absolutely.
They did an incredible job of representing exactly what I do.
Number 8.
Yeah, they did. And to be fair to him, he got quite a favorable parody. They didn't make him look stupid in any way. You know, he was pretty much himself. Whereas someone else, like the lady who went to the third world countries raising the food, they made her humongous, right? And hoarding all the food.
8. Al Gore. When Season 10's Man Bear Pig episode aired, it was intended to poke fun at how frequently Al Gore wanted to talk about climate change.
Man Bear Pig?
It is a creature which roams the earth alone. It is half man, half bear, and half pig.
The creators had no problem roasting how intense the politician got about his beliefs. Yet more than 10 years later, they'd changed their minds and made an in-episode apology to Gore.
Wow.
During an appearance on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, Gore was asked about what he thought of his portrayal. Not only did he think his original episode was funny, but he praised the show for later acknowledging how real Man Bear Pig turned out to be. It was great to see Gore take everything in stride and appreciate what the show had done.
I thought it was a hell of a statement by South Park, and I appreciated it a lot.
Number 7.
That's such a political answer, you know, such a diplomatic answer. I appreciated my portrayal, and I thought they did a tremendous job. You know, you were never going to see him going, I hated it. I hated it. You're never going to see him say that.
Russell Crowe.
You walked right through my shot, mate. Do you know who I am? Oh, excuse me, I was just...
Never afraid to go after whomever was causing a stir in the real world, the folks at South Park took aim at Gladiator star Russell Crowe.
He loves to act, but he loves one thing more, fighting round the world.
He's been in the news several times due to his
Fisticuffs.
aggressive behavior. The writers took this to the nth degree and devoted an entire storyline where they showed him as a person who just picks fights around the world.
Oh, you want to fight, huh? Think you can take me, you little buggers? Oh.
When Crowe appeared on 60 Minutes, he was asked about his portrayal on the show. He was quick to compliment Parker and Stone for their work.
Of course.
Crowe also admitted that seeing himself in such an exaggerated manner actually got him to reflect on his own life.
For me, a lot of it's, you know, if there was something for me to learn from it, is the analogous thing, you know, because I did think the whole thing was a fight. I did think my whole career was a struggle, you know.
Judging from his statements, it seems as though seeing his depiction on South Park may have actually been therapeutic for the actor. Number 6.
Wow, I didn't know Russell Crowe was known for fighting or being, you know, like looking for a fight all the time. He always seemed quite a chill guy. Maybe it's because I didn't really, you know, look into his background or anything. That's really surprising.
George R.R. Martin.
Ah, the legend.
It's the Red Wedding, isn't it? You hate how I killed everyone off.
South Park once opted to do a 3-part episode devoted to HBO's Game of Thrones. The epic comedy is set in and around Black Friday. During the story, the boys fight each other over access to the 2 new game consoles coming out that weekend. Part of the way through, George R.R. Martin, the author of the books which inspired Game of Thrones, appears. He tries to help the boys with dragon knowledge, but keeps talking about one particular part of human anatomy.
Stop, please! I can't take it anymore!
The real Martin is a fan of the show and largely likes his South Park portrayal, but he did have a hilarious and not exactly safe for work response, indicating that he's actually obsessed with another physical feature of human beings.
And anyone who knows me or has watched my show knows that my actual obsession is with boobies.
Number 5.
Aren't we all, George? I'm a huge fan of his, man. He's an amazing writer. Amazing writer. I just want him to finish the books. Finish the books, George.
Lorde. No matter how many times we talk about Randy Marsh's Lorde, it still makes us laugh.
Lorde, we're all big fans of your music, and we think the world of you for staying and working here even after your music career took off.
Well, my music and fluvial geomorphology are intertwined.
But knowing what the singer herself thinks about it makes the plotline even better. At the start of season 18, we get a glimpse of Randy Marsh dressed up as Lorde singing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I am Lorde, yeah, yeah, yeah. Lord, Lord, come in, Lord, yeah, yeah, yeah.
This turns into a story later on where we find out he's the real singer and is struggling to maintain his dual identities.
My girls are big fans of your music, Lorde.
During an interview and on her own social media outlets, Lorde gave praise for the show's portrayal of her. She even went as far as to do an impression of Randy doing his impression of her.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm Lorde. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Lorde's meta compliment is a huge sign of
Very
her
meta.
approval. Number 4.
Yeah, again, I think she's from either Australia or New Zealand. She was never going to get annoyed at it. She was just going to let it roll off her shoulders.
Barbara Streisand. Way back during the first season of South Park, the show decided to take aim at Barbara Streisand.
I'm going where there's lucky clovers in the...
sucks, dude!
The show's creators, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, chose her mainly out of her distaste for their home state of Colorado, which she had swore to never return to. After being portrayed in the episode Mecha Streisand, the singer responded with a fairly serious answer. Instead of simply taking the jab with a grain of salt, she called out their particular brand of satire. Streisand claimed shows like South Park add cynicism and negativity in our culture.
What? No, they don't. They add much needed humor and comic relief.
Especially in children. Stone and Parker clearly didn't take her comments too much to heart because they continued to make fun of her.
There she is, Tom. Barbara Streisand.
They turned her into Godzilla.
My God, she's even more terrifying than I remembered.
Number 3. Jennifer Lopez. When 2003 rolled around and J-Lo made her first appearance on South Park, the singer-slash-actress wasn't exactly a fan.
But you don't have to ask me. You can ask my special guest, Miss Jennifer Lopez. No way. Miss Lopez, come on out here.
Hello! Oh, Jesus Christ. My name is Jennifer Lopez. I eat tacos y burritos.
Even
tacos y burritos.
Prior to the episode's airing, it appeared that South Park co-creator Trey Parker had already gotten on her bad side after infamously wearing her dress to the 2000 Oscars.
Man.
After season 7's Fat Butt and Pancake Head came along, the bad blood she had for the show and its creators seemed to intensify.
That's what replaced me?
Parker and Stone had even heard that people were allegedly fired from the set of a J-Lo movie after repeating lines from the episode around her.
What? No. If she really did that, come on, J-Lo. Come on. Chill. It's just a joke.
We wouldn't recommend mentioning the show at all if you're ever around the pop star.
They were fired?
Number 2, Kanye West.
Here we go.
You like fish sticks?
Love them. You're a gay fish. No, I'm not. Ah!
Do you like fish?
It even looks like him. It's amazing how they can get the faces to look like the actual actor or person, celebrity.
Dix, Well, apparently Kanye West doesn't.
You really don't get it.
Hey man, I'm a genius, all right? I'm the most talented musician in the world.
During a season 13 episode, Carmen and Jimmy come up with a silly joke about fish sticks that serves as a double entendre. Although everyone on Earth is laughing at the joke, the only one who doesn't get it is Kanye West.
No, because you said you like fish sticks, Kanye. Don't you get it?
Things went slightly differently in the real world when West responded to his portrayal with an all-caps post. During the post, he claimed he was working on some of the negative aspects of his personality and talked about the nature of celebrity. But West also complimented the show's—
Hold on, let me read a little bit of that. South Park murdered me last night and it's pretty funny. It hurts my feelings, but what can you expect from South Park? I actually have been working on my ego though, having the crazy egos played out. Okay, so he's a little bit introspective here.
But West also complimented the show's creators and admitted to finding the show funny. It was weirdly inspiring to see the musician rolling with the punches. However, a lyric from his song Gorgeous may have indicated that he was still feeling bitter about the whole ordeal.
We make them say oh cause the game's so pimpish. Choke a South Park writer with a fish stick.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Tom Cruise.
Elron! It really is you! Oh, this
Again, it looks just like him. I think it's the nose. They're really good at making the nose look like the actor or the celebrity's nose.
is the greatest day of
And the
my
jaw.
life.
South Park has made itself known as being willing to go after anyone, regardless of who they are. One of the most well-known reactions to an episode of the show came after Season 9's Trapped in the Closet episode. The story poked fun at both Scientology and Tom Cruise.
Tom, don't you think this has gone on long
Nicole
enough?
Kidman.
It's time for you to come out of the closet.
Oh.
I'm not in the closet.
Rumor has it that the actor was so offended by the episode that he threatened to pull his Mission Impossible 3 press tour unless the network agreed not to rerun the episode in question.
Don't trust me. Just don't.
Whether or not Cruise actually made this threat was irrelevant because the original re-airing was pulled. It did make the air again eventually without issue, long after the heat of the actor controversy cooled down.
So you're not the prophet, huh? You made me look stupid. I'm gonna sue you too.
Well, fine. Go ahead and sue me.
I will. I'll sue you in England.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip.
Oh my god. Honestly, I feel like most of the people who took offense to their South Park portrayal, probably their ego's a little bit too big or fragile because it's just a bit of harmless fun. And it actually kind of helps a little bit because it's free publicity, you know? South Park has its own fan base that probably isn't already a fan of you. So they're gonna get you additional people Googling your name, finding out what you're all about if they've never heard of you. It's a positive. You know, like I was gonna speak on the Kanye one a bit more, but you know, with everything you know that he's doing and saying right now, I'm just not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. It's just it's really disappointing because you know I used to really love his music and stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone. But other than that, really fun video. I'm glad to see that most of the celebrities took it well, and yeah, just really enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.